What's up, everybody? It's Matt from Peter Glenn, and in this video we're going to do a little bit of an experiment, and we're going to see how much stuff we can actually fit into a board sack. Let's check this out. So this is something I've actually wanted to do for a while now. Me personally, I have a wheeled padded bag that I use when I'm traveling, obviously on planes and stuff, because that's something that you need to have. These board sacks are actually not for flying at all. If your board gets damaged in one of these things while you're flying, the airline will give you $0 because you didn't have it in an appropriate bag. But these are definitely nice if you just want to throw your board and bindings into the back of your car, just kind of protect your board and even the back of your car from getting dinged up. But I've always wondered exactly how much stuff you could fit in these bags. They're a little bit easier construction where it's basically just two pieces of material, one on the top, one on the bottom. This nitro light sack is a little bit wider, so it actually has room for board and bindings. Some of the bags, like these board sacks, are a little bit thinner, but they actually have more material cut for the bindings. But in general, I think I could actually probably get a little bit more than just the board, boots, and bindings in this thing. All right, so first up, I've got my split board, which is a 162. I wanted to have the longest board I could, just because we want to see. Obviously, everybody's not going to have tiny, tiny boards. And if we're going to see how much we can fit in here, we want to do some bigger stuff for the bigger guys too. So this is a 162 board, obviously with bindings. That fits in there no problem. All right, and then next up, we've got some size 12 boots. These are the biggest ones that I had around here. Me, I'm more of a 10.5, but again, we want to test for as big of a product as we can for all those big guys. And we're actually gonna have to slide the board out a little bit. And I'm thinking I'm gonna kind of do this exactly like I do with my padded bag, where I'm actually gonna get a boot on the nose of the board. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing just like I do in my regular board bag, just again, to see if this is the best way to fit it in there. So I'm basically taking the boots, setting them exactly like they come in the boot box, and let's see if that fits in there. Looks like it's gonna. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna use the middle to do the helmet and everything. So this is exactly how I do it in my snowboard bag. I've actually got my gloves, my goggles. That stuff is all in this little bag, but it's inside the helmet, so that's actually not taking up any extra room. So we're gonna put that in between the bindings. And I'll also too usually put like a hoodie, first layer, that kind of stuff, because there's obviously still a little bit of room here. But let's see how that goes. Now we got actually plenty of room on the tail, and that's where we're gonna put our outerwear. So just like with any kind of packing, we're gonna wanna fold stuff up because you're gonna get maximum room. So pants right on top of the jacket. And we're gonna go ahead and slide that right in on the tail. That's basically everything that we need to ride. There's still obviously some room in there. We could throw socks in there, face masks. But now the big question is, will it close? Yes, plenty of room to actually Velcro down the end. And that's actually everything you need to ride in a board sack. Obviously, this is the nitro light sack, and it actually has, specific dimensions. Not all board sacks are actually going to be exactly the same as this one, but it's kind of nice to know that even if you did have a bag like this and you're not flying, most importantly, you do not want to fly with this bag. But if you wanted to take all of your stuff and let's say go on like a school trip or go on a bus trip, if you do it on those bus trips, you usually want something that has a little bit of padding underneath it. But again, this is something that 100% will work and will actually fit everything you need to go ride. And we'll leave a link down in the description to our video about the different types of snowboard bags, so you can kind of see exactly what the difference is between a board sack all the way up to those fully padded roller bags. But if you got any questions, definitely leave some comments down below. We are on there every single day trying to answer your questions. We want to make sure that we can get you into some rad gear, but most importantly, we want to make sure that they're actually going to work for all of your needs too. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely get that notification bell on too so you can find out when all the new videos drop. And head on over to peterglenn.com, grab yourself a board bag, load it up with gear, and get out and ride. Because any day of riding is a good day of riding.